Alright, hello everyone, this is Krodak giving you game 3 in the series. This will be the final game, and I don't know if I'm casting these games out of order or not, because sometimes they are just posted that way. So, I don't know if this is a best of 3, or if this is a best of 5, and, well, Hlaoo, or Hlaoo just completely dominated Sub this entire series. So we'll take a look at this. It looks as though Sub is part of a team, DKH Sub. There should have been another DKH member in the room, but nope, it doesn't look like that way. And let's see what the strategies will be here on Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock Game 3. Most likely we will be seeing an Archmage move out, going up against a Death Knight once more. And the strategies have been varying, coming in from the Undead player. Undead has gone for both Crypt Fiends and also went for a Death Knight. I really felt that the Crypt Fiend fast expand build on Two Rivers was one of the more interesting builds that we've seen coming in from an Undead player. Using that sacrificial skull, being able to set up double towers in order to protect and defend was a very, very nice touch, and we'll see what's going to be happening here next. Now, Ziggurats are being summoned into position. Let's go ahead and take a look at what Sub's strategy will be. A whole bunch of peasants currently inside the gold mine, and there is that Archmage. So it is going to be an Archmage versus a Death Knight here on Turtle Rock. Nothing too out of the ordinary as the game gets underway. Now, based upon these spawning locations, this one particular Goblin Merchant shop will become very, very important. The reason why, it drops a Sight Ward. That Sight Ward right there is permanent, will stay, and if you can pull the Ogre Magi down into this location here, it highlights one of the main important routes in between the two bases. Now, both of these players that I've seen like to creep, so I wouldn't be surprised if both of these players tried to creep out the corners of the map. There are a lot of red creep camps here on Turtle Rock, meaning that heroes generally can get to a very high level rather quickly. Now, Cloak of Shadows quickly being picked up. It looks as though this Water Elemental may get taken down. Death Knight trying to arrive and see if his opponent is already creeping out the Ogre Warriors. He is not, as we now see the Acolyte trying to run away from that Archmage. Archmage, however, will not get the kill. The Acolyte, as a typical Undead Acolyte, seeming to sacrifice himself for the cause. Now, Death Knight now looking to come in, and is it going to get the kill there? Oh, does not get the Death Coil off in time, and a burned Death Coil there by the Death Knight. And all he has is 75 mana lost to show for it, and a cooldown to wait for. Alright, Archmage and Death Knight battling it out again. The Death Knight does deal a little bit more damage than that Archmage, so the Archmage does have to be careful. But then again, fireballs do travel farther than a sword when thrown by their respective owners. We are seeing that Arcane Tower already constructed, and there goes one Skeletal Minion. Second Skeletal Minion, oh, does get taken down, and I believe the Arcane Tower purposely stopped attacking so that the Archmage could get that little bit of extra experience. Every small thing makes a big difference here, as the Archmage does take a Death Coil in the face. In your face. And now the Death Knight is on the run. So, Skeletal Minions once again making a move, but the Archmage, oh, a brilliant move utilizing the Cloak of Shadows and able to avoid the damage, and now the Skeletal Warrior is just gonna get taken down by that Arcane Tower before anything else. Alright, there goes that Skeletal Warrior. Oh, it looks like it stopped attacking, and the Militia purposely turned back and gaining a little bit more experience. I like those small tricks utilized by professional players to get a little bit more experience. That is what we're seeing here, as now we have a sea of ghouls making their way across the map. Alright, Giant Sea Turtle, is it going to get taken down? It looks like it may get taken down. The Death Knight, oh, unable to get the experience there, as the Footmen are now battling up against a whole bunch of ghouls. This is not going to be good. The Giant Sea Turtle now down to 157. What is happening? As there's the Death Coil, the Death Knight gets the experience and the item. Nicely done. And now both heroes just shy of level 2. Alright, Skeletal Minion trying to chase after that Footman there. The Death Knight should be able to catch up. Archmage, oh my gosh, 4 experience shy. This Footman trying to run around the corner of the Death Knight, needing a little bit more experience. That would give it to him, as Militia now being called back over. Skeletal minions now making their way over. What's happening here? Archmage unable to really make a play at all. The militia trying to fight back. And is it going to get a kill off on that skeletal minion? No, I do not believe so. As we see a very gutsy move attempting to take down the forest troll warlords. This is an absolutely gutsy move as the Death Knight may be coming in. Yes, the Death Knight is coming in looking for perhaps the experience that would be right off over here. Oh, what is this? Militia now coming in. Footman now coming in. The Death Knight knowing where his opponent is. And this is going to hurt a lot. Archmage is sitting at level 2. Tome of Strength +2 needs to be picked up. Death Knight is going to come in and steal a whole bunch of items. Robe of Magi coming in. Militia now pushing back once more. And a little bit of an entertaining battle here, as I believe the Tome of Strength is going to get picked up. What's happening next? Is Sub going to be able to establish his expansion? And it looks like he will. Towers will need to be constructed right behind this. This is all happening at the 5-minute mark. Meanwhile, a Panda coming in as the counter. A quick tech to tier 2 leading into a Panda as the Archmage now looking to back away. Towers now trying to be constructed. Is this going to be enough? Water elementals are down. In comes some beautiful death coil at just the right time as we're going to see a couple of militia ghouls now try to fight back here. All right, those ghouls could get taken down. Not quite sure why they're not attacking. The water elementals need to get in on an engagement here and take down these ghouls. There are a whole bunch of low hit point units. This is not good. The Panda causing a lot of problems inside this mess. As we see, one guard tower will get canceled and destroyed. There goes a ghoul. Both sides still fighting it out. Another ghoul down here. This ghoul will not see the light of day as the Archmage finishes it off, and we can see that Archmage with Robe of Magi +6 still causing a bit of problems as we do have the Panda and the Death Knight still inside the base, ready to wreak more havoc. There's another Breath of Fire. Peasant trying to hide off over here as we are going to see a surround on the Panda. Panda will get taken down. The Footman gets taken down as well. Is it going to fall in time? It looks like it's doing a lot of damage here, but it's not going to be enough. Down goes the Panda at level 1. And oh, could have gotten a surround on the Death Knight, but the Death Knight does escape. All right, let's see. We are still at Town Hall. No shop yet. No towers. And this is all very, very sad news for Sub. Sub is economically ahead, or will be economically ahead, but at what cost? As we see the Death Knight still causing problems inside this base. All right, this peasant, is he going to be able to get away in time? Oh, it looks like he may be able to get inside here. Oh, there's the death coil, and he dodges it. A beautiful dodge from the peasant, jumping inside a gold mine, and Sub getting a bit lucky there as the Footmen now making their way over. Level 3 on that Archmage. Still no tech to tier 2 as we need more peasants. Arcane Vault not being constructed. That may be Sub's problem. No Arcane Vault means that there's going to be no healing whatsoever as the Death Knight now coming over in order to try and take down this Arcane Tower. Oh, is the peasant going to be able to get inside this time around? It looks like yes, he will. Not enough mana for a Death Coil, and a little bit of a lucky break there as an Archmage drops in a Water Elemental and now needs to get the heck out. He is way too far inside as the Slaughterhouse trains up an Obsidian statue just in time. That is going to cause some problems as the Archmage now needs to back away. Sub really pressing no advantage. He was about even, and now he is going to find himself in a world of hurt trying to take down the Tomb of Relics. That is not going to work. As you can see, so much damage being absorbed by those footmen. They need to get away. Sub needs to do something. Scroll a town portal. It would be too little too late now as many footmen are going to get taken down. There goes one. The rest of the footmen do have a bit of a lead. And there you go, trying to protect the weakers as we are upgrading the keep. We are going into additional towers now and double arcane towers with one guard tower. Are we getting the masonry upgrade? We should be. Yes, we are. A lot of towers being constructed. Still no arcane vault. A Gauntlets of Ogre Strength +3. Yes, the Archmage does want to be a little bit stronger as here we go. All right, footmen now backing away. What is going to be happening? As all we really need to see Sub do is tech to tier 2, get a Mountain King, and then perhaps try and do a bit of a push with rifles in order to destroy, flying machines and maybe spellbreakers in order to handle what we're seeing here. Archmage continuing to battle it up. Ghouls now making their way over. Level 2 on that Death Knight, but level 1 Panda, level 2 Death Knight. Still a good match as we see the third hero, Hlaoo, I'll just call him Hlaoo, the Undead player, opting to go for a Lich as a third hero. Very interesting choices, as we do have an Orb of Corruption now on the Lich. Destroyer now in the air. We're going to see a bit of a move. Archmage, what is it going to be doing? 650 hit points. That is a lot of additional hit points. Gauntlets of Ogre Strength and the Tome of Strength +2. Archmage needs to utilize that Scroll of Town portal. It is going to get blocked out. There we go. A lot of run just to go nowhere. And now there goes the Scroll of Town portal, teleporting back down here. We are going into a blacksmith. That is a lot of farms. That is a lot of guard towers. And Sub hoping, absolutely hoping, that he's going to be able to take this 2-base advantage. A lot of low hit point footmen now transferring bases. Archmage is healing up. Gonna go double healing scrolls and heal all the way. What does it mean? It means that Sub still has a fighting chance at this point if he gets level 2 masonry upgrade started and also starts training up that Mountain King. Meanwhile, the Panda is sitting at level 2. Death Knight now sitting at, or will be sitting at, level 3. You see Brilliance Aura and Unholy Aura. A nice 1-2 punch there, as we are now seeing also the Archmage trying to creep out this Goblin Merchant shop. Both sides are still fighting it out. There you have it. The Water Elemental is tanking a lot of that damage. Archmage in the backfield. He absorbed one too many blows, and he is going to not regenerate any more hit points. There's the Rune of the Watcher that I mentioned earlier. One on each side. Lich will be getting to level 2 here in just a moment. There you go. And now Panda with Boots of Speed and Brilliant Aura. This is going to be a nasty, nasty hero combination coming in from the Undead. Archmage picks up a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability and a Scroll of Town portal. Some very nice items there, as we should be perhaps seeing a little bit more of an aggressive creep pattern. Undead now opting to creep out the Gargantuan Sea Turtles, which is a very good choice, since it does drop those Potions of Greater Healing, Potions of Invulnerability, and Potions of Greater Mana. Let's see what was dropped here. It looks like, yes, Potion of Invulnerability for that Lich. Meanwhile, the Footmen running straight inside. What are they doing? There's a whole bunch of ghouls here, and that is not a good call by Sub. Sub trying to attack this Undead base is not going to do anything except give more experience to the Death Knight, Panda, and Lich here. If the Panda randomly gets to level 3, you know why. As we can see, damage is being dealt. Is it going to get randomly to level 3? Oh no, looks like a tower got the kill there. What is going to get the final kill off there? Come on, Panda, you are so close to level 3. Don't. There you go, level 3 now. I don't know if it was from that Footman or not, but Destroyer's going to start chomping on those Water Elementals, and it doesn't really feel like Sub knows what to do in order to win this game. He needs Spellbreakers to take down the Obsidian Statues. He needs Flying Machines. We haven't seen any of those two yet. And the Mountain King now backing off, not looking too strong whatsoever. Alright, we do have level 2 Masonry upgrades, 7 armor on all of those guard towers. It will be very difficult to attack. Meanwhile, the Mountain King has gone down. And I believe any advantage that Sub tried to establish early on is all for naught. Here you go. There's the Scroll of Town portal coming back off over here. There's the workshops now coming into play. We should be seeing some flying machines. Is it quad workshops? It is quad workshops. All right, so 4 workshops. We may see mass siege engines coming in, and that would be rather entertaining at this point, as the siege engines would deal a fair amount of damage to the destroyers and those frostworms. However, abominations and meat wagons could be coming in momentarily. You can see double workshops now destroyed. They will be built in the backfield here instead. And the Archmage, still trying to do something, pushes forward in a place where he really has no reason to be, as the Mountain King will be joining him. All right, here you go. Workshop. One workshop will get taken down. Another workshop now canceled. As you can see, the guard towers, no level 3 masonry upgrade being added to 650 hit points. That would have been rather nice, as we are going into the Arcane Sanctums back here. Meanwhile, Archmage, Water Elementals just trying to keep Undead on one base, and perhaps trying to win the game as if it was a game of StarCraft. Mountain King now fighting back and forth. Water Elementals will get taken down. And what is this Mountain King gonna do? Archmage is there. It needs to use the Scroll Town portal quickly. Is it gonna do so? No, the Mountain King will be lost. And now most likely will that Archmage. Nope, decided to use the Scroll Town portal after it got down to 19 hit points and the Mountain King died. Alright, for any of you human players out there, yes, I am as frustrated as you are in the play. This is just not what Sub needs to be doing at this point. Sub, Arcane Sentry would be nice to reveal all of these shades. Spellbreakers would have been very useful to make sure Breath of Fire has pretty much counteracted. However, the Panda is in place, so the Panda can shut down flying machines pretty easily as well. That's why you have Spellbreakers dive into the Panda and try to use all of that feedback damage to, anti-magic damage or the mana burn damage to make sure that the Panda can't get off the necessary Breath of Fire on your flying machines. Not enough lumber, and Sub probably just sitting here trying to figure out what he can do, and his options are just severely limited. Alright, Workshop gonna get taken down. Another Workshop now coming in. We can see Siege Engines now being trained. Are we gonna perhaps see... unless we have the anti-air attack, I can't imagine those Siege Engines doing anything at this point. Another Siege Engine now being trained. Apparently this Siege Engine decided to stop being trained, and I am also confused. But Undead is going to be taking this game pretty easily. It really feels like Sub has been trying to figure out what strategy he wants to execute for the past 10 minutes, and not figuring out a strategy is really going to hurt him in the end, as the Workshop could get taken down now. Come on, one. Are you going to let the Obsidian Statue get the kill? That's actually pretty cute, because the Obsidian Statue only does like 1 damage per hit. Okay, there it goes. Now backing away. Here we have Mountain King trying to clear out this base here. A little bit of damage finally being dealt by Sub, as the Mountain King now has to deal with a whole bunch of air units. Flying machines and Spellbreakers, too little too late, as the Mountain King does get off a Stormbolt to try and take down another Acolyte. What's happening here? Archmage, Siege Engines, no anti-air attack. Yeah, sitting on 1,700 gold, 500 lumber, and still not able to do anything. Double Arcane Sanctums, not enough Spellbreakers to really create a good front line. Focus down the Panda and then finish it off. Let's see what's going to be happening here. It looks like Undead is just going to utilize that entire creeping route, get to level 4, level 4, level 3, may even get to level 5 on these units, and then finally make a move, as the Siege Engines are currently just going to get destroyed. A slow movement, coupled with a whole bunch of heroes, that Siege Engine that's taken down in a matter of seconds. Meanwhile, Spellbreakers are still trying to make a move over here at this base, and it looks like something could happen, but the ghouls and all the other units have finally arrived. Archmage has arrived at the party. Frostworm is upgraded 3-0, and here we go. Scroll of Town portal, this time about on time, and the Acolyte, the Spellbreaker doesn't get the final hit there, so a little bit of a lucky break for this guy. As Arcane Vault is now being reconstructed, are we going to perhaps be seeing an Staff of Sanctuary? Double Workshops, main attack here. Sub now pretty much being forced to retreat inside his base. Death Knight perhaps should come back when it is level 5. 2 level 5 heroes and a level 4 would be an amazing combination right now, as the Shade gets taken down. A flying machine offering True Sight finally spots that there, as we see a bit of an attack on the move. Death Knight is in position, forcing all of these units to run. Is it going to work? There's a Breath of Fire hitting only a flying machine. Death Coil hitting the Archmage. Archmage now trying to retreat and return all the way back home. And there's an engagement. Mountain King once again goes down. 3 times the charm, as I believe that's the 3rd time that Mountain King has fallen. Archmage once again on the run. And this is just painful to watch. A human of Sub just on the run from all of these units here. Only the Frostworm and the Destroyer and the flying machines can really do anything, and you can see so much damage being dealt. And once more, falling below 200 or 100 some odd hit points just to burn a Scroll of Town portal. At least it's on the side of the map where there is no real creeping going on. At this point, Lich still sitting at 3. Undead is not really utilizing its advantage all that much. Oh, an Obsidian statue caught out of position, and this is going to be at least a little bit of a lucky break for Sub to actually take down a unit. But at what cost, though, as Siege Engines now trying to make a move? Where are they going to be going? And there is one meat wagon just sitting right there. You can see that the Siege Engine is taking a lot of damage from that meat wagon, those 2 meat wagons in the back. We're going to have a move here at the last red creep, or one of the red creep camps here. This could be a huge move. What's happening? Archmage takes a shockwave, and now the Archmage needs to run. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. My bet, the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability will fade. It will go down to below 100 hit points, and then another Scroll of Town portal will be used. Oh, I was wrong. It only got to 100. Okay, down goes the Paladin. There you have it, as the units are now once more on the run. What is this guy doing? Why is he teleporting? He's teleporting to the other side here to help save his sieged base, as the Acolytes are currently all repairing. Down goes one siege engine. Another siege engine will get taken down. Haunted Gold Mine will stay alive, as the Death Knight currently sitting at level 4. Meat wagons are here, perhaps to try and protect. Coming across, Sub out of gold at his main base. This gold mine pretty much going to be emptied in a little bit more time. Rune of Healing, and what is this? Is Sub actually going to get to level 5 and do something with his bases, as the siege engines are still running in and sacrificing themselves? Perhaps focusing on something other than a ziggurat would be the better call, as those are simply too many towers in the back. A slaughterhouse would have been nice. This slaughterhouse would have been nice, but no, instead they are just going to get repaired and get back up and running. Ogre Lord finally taken down. Tome of Knowledge plus Warsong Battle Drums will be picked up. Mountain King still sitting at level 2. Archmage still sitting at level 4. And what is happening next? Alright, it looks as though the Mountain King does like to read an occasional good book. We see another Haunted Gold Mine here. It is going to be essentially 2 bases for the Undead in just a moment against 1 base, as all the units are still running away. Mountain King in a bit of trouble, and it's going to get taken down. There's the GG. Score 82-72, but anyone who was really watching the game really felt like the game was always in favor of Undead, and Sub didn't stand much of a chance. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed the game.